The truth is you're looking for unproven teams with unproven products in unproven markets, because I just described Apple and Google and Yahoo and Cisco. That's what they were. Unproven teams, unproven markets, unproven technology. Besides that, perfect.
If Apple is not going to make the next iPad, who is? Well, empirically, none of the existing players are going to make it, right? Because none of the existing players are run by product visionaries. And empirically, the only way to get a product visionary as the CEO of a company is for him to start it and not get fired. So, what that means, like unbelievable as it sounds, this is like one of these results where you follow some logical chain of reasoning and end up with this bizarre consequence. What that means is the next Apple is going to have to be a startup. And that sounds preposterously ambitious. But no more ambitious than it was for Apple. They became as big as Apple, right? People would follow, because they're used to following now. The CEO of that company, the so-called next Steve Jobs, might not, he might just not quite live up to Steve Jobs, but he wouldn't have to. He would just have to be better than Samsung and HP and Motorola, right? That doesn't sound quite so hard, does it? Okay.
10 years ago, I had this vision that one day we were going to put little sensors onto things, connect those sensors through the internet to each other and to other computer systems, and then use intelligent software to make sense of that data to help us understand the world around us and to make it work better for us and to make it a little bit smarter. That technology has been known as different things over the last 10 years. Pervasive computing, ubiquitous computing, which gets abbreviated as UbiComp, smarter planet, and now the Internet of Things. They're all basically the same things, we just thought of different names for them.
So the Internet of Things, it's here. Or is it? If it is here, where is it? If it isn't here, when's it going to get here? The Internet of Things. What are the things that we're talking about? And more importantly, when the Internet of Things comes to fruition, is it going to really reduce complexity? Add value? Give us more time in our lives?
Devices like digital picture frames, GPS devices, and broadband TVs came online in greater numbers than human subscribers did. That's more physical objects, things, coming online than humans. So what's this all about? Well, it's something called the Internet of Things. Fundamentally, the enablement of billions of everyday objects connected to the web.
Now, one morning a bit about the idea of an open physical graph, about bringing the world online. See, we believe that the physical world is merging with the digital world, and that done correctly, what this will do is to create a virtual representation of all of our physical devices online. We call that the physical graph. And done correctly, what that will accomplish is that it will allow us to make the physical world programmable. Because when we interact with the virtual representation of a device or a thing, the physical world will change in response. And when we interact with the physical world, the virtual world or the virtual representation will also change in response.
One of the flaws that we saw in the home security industry was a lack of innovation. No one was willing to do it. They weren't willing to invest the time and money to develop a new panel type that could handle more than just security. So we decided that we would spend the money and the time and energy and hire the people to go out and build it on our own. And that's exactly what we did. In 2010, we started to install a new panel. This new panel is what is going to completely reinvent what we are as a company.
Today at the Developers Conference, I talked about digital life, and the first thing everybody asks is, what is that? And what it really simply is we're launching the all IP-based digital home automation and security business, and we're very excited about it. This is something we've worked on for many years, and really we're going to change the entire game in this industry. It's one of those industries that when you look at it, it hasn't had enough competition to drive innovation. And because of that, that's allowed us to come in and use all of the wonderful assets AT&T has. Our network obviously is a core to that asset. So we're very excited about entering a brand new business, doing it in a way where we're leaping forward ahead of competition from a pure value proposition perspective. And we're also super excited because we actually think we can change the whole game for people. Imagine the fact that now you can really look inside your home no matter where you are in the world, really, and see things from whether it's your smartphone, your tablet, or your PC. You can actually be home when you're not home. You can actually see what's happening in your home. You can change your thermostat. You can open and close your door. You can do things that today people just can't do. And it is one of those things that, and services that once you see it, that's when you get excited. Because it's one of those things, you talk about it, but when you really see it, touch it, play with it, it's amazing. And so we're looking forward to getting out to all of our customers.